Hi guys, my name is Michael. In this video, I'm going to talk about Python list. We're going to talk about the index and many more. Let's dive right into it. List. Lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Lists are one of the 4 inbuilt data types in Python used to store, collect of data. The other 3 are tuples, set, and dictionary, all with different qualities and usage. Lists are created using square brackets. So right here we have a square bracket opening it and a closing surrounding our values. Then the values we have inside our list are strings. We have strings and they have quotation marks around it. So right now, for my first example, we have our variable and we have our list. So we are assigning banana, cherry, and apple to it, and we are printing it out. But no, all these are all strings. So I'm going to run it now. So we have our values printed out. List items. List items are ordered, changeable, and allow duplicate values. List items are indexed. The first item has index of 0. The second item has an index of 1. So the apple, the value we have here, apple, has an index of 0. Has an index of 0, while banana has an index of 1, and cherry has an index of 2, then 3, and 4. With the index number, you can use this to pick specific values that you want from a list. In our second example, we have apple, banana, cherry, and we have more values being inserted into our variable fruits. Printing it out. List length. To determine how many items a list has, use the length function. So right here we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 items in this variable fruits. But what if we don't know how many items are in the list? And we want to know? We use the length function to find out the numbers of values that are inside it. So right now we're looking at the length. We want to know the number of items that are inside our fruits variable. So we're going to check it now. So we have 5 items in it. So this in case if you have a variable and there are a lot of values in it, and you don't know the number of the values in it. This is one way how you can check the amount of values in a variable. List items, data type. List items can be of any data type. List can take any data type in int, float, string, and boolean, and complex. Complex numbers are numbers that have like it has a letter and a number along with it. That's an example of a complex number. We usually starts with maybe 1 minus 5j, 1 minus 7, or a positive number, maybe b minus c3. So that's an example of a complex number. So right here we have fruits list. This is an example of lists. We can also have lists in all numbers. We have a Boolean list. You can also have it mixed. In one list, we can have different type of data type. So we have string, int, Boolean, int. Okay, now so list data type can take different types of data. We have numbers, we have strings, and we have Boolean. You can also take floats too. So I'm going to run it to show you. You see, it's working, no error, but I didn't print out any value. So we have a mixed list. We have ABC, we have strings, numbers, we have booleans, another string. Okay, right here I'm going to insert a float that is 0.4. So I'm going to run it now. See, so this can take different types of data type. Accessing items. So imagine if you just want to retrieve one value out of this, out of a variable. I want a particular item like apple. How can you just print out apple alone? Very simple. Use the brackets plus the index number. After you need to know the index number, and as I've said before, the index number always starts, if you're counting from the front to the front towards here, it starts from 0, 1, 2. If you're counting from the back forward, it starts from minus 1, then minus 2, then minus 3. So that's how it works if you're counting from the back. So right here, we want to retrieve banana, and the index number of banana is 1. So once we put 1 found the index number and we type it in, we'll retrieve our value banana. We want to retrieve one of the values in the list. We don't want everything. So we look at the index number. Apple has an index number of 0. Why? Banana has an index number of 1 and cherry 2. So we'll put 1 into this box so that we can retrieve only banana. I'm running it now. You see, we have banana. Now, if we want to retrieve a value from this end, starting from cherry, we put -1 in the bracket. -1, because from here it starts with -1, -2, -3. It doesn't start with 0 if you're coming from apple. If you're coming from apple, it starts from 0. If you're starting from cherry, you start from -1. So let me print it out. Let's run it. You can see we have cherry. If I want to print banana, coming from the back, -2, and run banana. Range of index. You can specify a range of index by specifying where to start and where to end the range. When specifying a range, the return value will be a new list with a specified item. So right here we have the range. It is right here. There's the range, and we're using the index number to retrieve values from the list. So we have the index number here 2, so we are going to retrieve cherry, and we're going to retrieve orange and kiwi. But when take a look at this, why do we end at 5? Why the index number ends at 4? The reason why we increased it by 1 to 5 is that we also want to print out kiwi. If we end at 4, if we put 4 here, kiwi will not be printed out. We will only have cherry and orange as the value printed out. But once we increase it by 1, kiwi will also be printed out. So right here we have fruits: apple, banana, cherry, orange, and kiwi. So start looking at it. We want to print our number 2, like a whole list, but not everything. We don't want everything. So starting from here, we know that apple starts as an index of 0, banana index of 2. So we're going to start from cherry, which has an index of 2. And because we also want to print out kiwi, we add an extra number. Usually this should have stopped at 4. We have ended it at 4, but we've added an extra number, added it at 5. So 2 is the beginning, where we want to start picking our values from, where 5 is the end, where we want to stop picking our values from. So I'm going to run it now. You can see we have kiwi, but if I edit it and put 4 here and run it, you can see we don't have kiwi there, because Python doesn't give us the last number, the last values. It stops at orange. So you can see this will be like 2, 3, 4. It did not give us 4, but it stopped and gave us orange. If we want kiwi, we'll have to increase the number. By leaving out the start value, the range will start at the first item. So right here, we don't have the start value. The start value was not put into there, into it. So automatically, Python will start from apple, banana, and cherry. We start from 0, 1, 2, and 3. These values will what will be printed out, because we signify where you should stop, which is here, 4, kiwi, which will not be printed out. The values we're going to have is apple, banana, cherry, and orange. Then run. So we have kiwi. Okay, coming down here, we say fruits. So now we didn't put the starting number where we want to start picking a certain index number, where we want to start picking our values from. So automatically Python will start picking from apple to 4. So it's going to stop at, we're going to print out orange. So let's run this. You can see, so we have orange. It didn't give us kiwi. So it started all the way from orange, from apple, and ended at orange. That's because we didn't signify the starting number. Okay, so let's come. By leaving out the end value, the range will go on to the end of the list. So we have the beginning where we want to start picking our values from. We're picking from number 2 right here, because that's what we specified. But we didn't put ways to end. We did not signify the ending ways to end. So automatically it's going to start from here and end right here at mango to the end. Down here,
to fruits. So we have the starting number, which is going to start as cherry, index number of cherry, but we didn't put a ending number in a ending index number, so it's going to give us probably all the values. So let's run this. See, it gave us all the values because we didn't indicate where it should stop.
Range of negative index. Specify negative index if you want to start the search from the end of the list. So basically, if you want to start picking numbers or values from the back right here, you start with -1, then the next one will be -2, that's counting from the back, then -3, then -4, then -5, -6, then -7. That's counting from the back. But if we are counting from the front, right here, we'll start from 0. The index number starts from 0, counting from the front. Counting from the back is a minus. So right here, we're going to print out orange and melon. Mango is not going to be part of it because Python doesn't print out the last value where you stop.
So counting from backward, counting from mango, melon, we start from -1. So we're starting from -4. So which means we're starting from -4, this will be -1 or -2, -3, -4. So we're starting from orange and we're ending at -1, which is mango. So the values we're going to have is orange, kiwi, and melon, because it's not going to print out the last value, -1. So let's run this. So you can see we have orange, kiwi, and melon, and it's counting from backward forward.
Check if items exist. To determine if a specified item is present in a list, use the in keyword. Fruits. So we have our list right here. Then we now added a if clause to it. That's what this is. So we have our list. Then I say if apple in fruits. That's what we're saying. If apple is present in the list, print yes, apple is in the list. So we're just running a check on this list. Now there's some things you need to take note of. 1, if you're looking for a value in the list and you start with a capital letter, you're not going to get a return value because it doesn't match with the value inside the variable fruits. See? So what you write here must match what is inside the list itself. So you have apple starting with a small letter in the list. If you are looking for the same apple in the variable or in the list, it must start with a capital letter. 100%, you can see it was a 100% match. Every single letter must be well spelled out.
So right here we have fruits, apple, banana. We have a variable and we don't know the values that are inside it, or we are looking for a particular word. You can use a if clause. That says if apple. So you notice we have our quotation mark around the apple. In fruits, print yes. apple is in the fruit list. So the if clause is going to check if there's a match, if there's apple in this string, and once it finds there's a apple in it, it's going to move on and print yes, apple is in the fruit list. So let's run it. See, so there's apple in the fruit list. What if we change it to mango? Okay, so this is where we're stopping now in this video. If you want to learn more, please subscribe to this channel, like and comment. I will reply to all your comments. So bye, have a great day.